I wanted to talk just briefly about n8n and error handling. So recently I've set up automation that basically alerts me when there's an error. And on my screen, so this is my Gmail, and I have this email that just showed up, n8n flow error. And the nice thing is that it tells me some key information. So what's the workflow? It's the Upwork job scraper, which node failed, Telegram 1, and here's the error, bad request. Please check your parameters. And then actually there's a link too. So I haven't clicked on that yet before. I kind of manually just go to things and check it out. But this takes me straight to the error, which is great. And then when it loads up, so right here, bad request, please check your parameters. And I can see here's the input. If I click on the output, right here, bad request, text is too long. So that makes sense. There's a lot of text in here. So Telegram had a problem going there. So this is great. So I can go fix that. And then let me just show you. Let me find the error admin. Here we go. So this is the workflow that controls this. And I got this workflow from the Scrapes AI school community. And it's great because it does two things here. One is, well, the bottom flow here, you can see this is the thing that sent me that error in Gmail. And yeah, I think I also got it on Telegram. Yep, I'm looking at my watch. And this is a error message from Telegram. And it's got all the same stuff we saw in the Gmail. So, you know, with this error handler, basically anytime one of my workflows in n8n throws an error, it's going to send me a Telegram message, which shows up on my phone and my watch. It's also going to send me an email that shows up in my email. And so I can deal with the issue. And then this is what I love about this workflow that we were provided in the school community is that every day the workflow looks through the list of workflows in my n8n instance and basically assigns this error handler to it. So that way I don't have to remember for every workflow that I create to tell it, hey, I've got an error handling workflow that will alert me. It'll automatically just do that. And so let me just show you an example of what that looks like. So I have this workflow here I'm working on. If you go up to the three little dots and go to settings, oh, this is interesting. It just does not look like it's reflecting that. So what's supposed to happen is under error workflow, it says no workflow right now. Also, why does this say New York? I think I need to change my time zone settings, but I believe this is supposed to be set to this, attaches default error handler to all workflows. So it's supposed to be like that. So if I hit save, now if anything goes wrong in this workflow, the error workflow will handle it. But that should have been assigned automatically. So let's see if I can figure out why this is not. So the workflow's active. This workflow is working down below, but this top one doesn't seem to be working. I thought it was. So actually, let me do this. Let me go back to settings, and we'll change that back to no workflow because that's the thing we want to kind of test here. So let's walk through this. Every day at 4. Okay. That's interesting. I see when I did that, it shows Denver, which is my time zone here. But why is it when I look at the settings for this other workflow, the time zone defaults to New York? Just a tangent thing. I want to have to drill into that to figure that out. I guess there's some kind of time zone setting somewhere. Okay, so let's carry on with this. So this is something I learned recently, is that when you're working on a node in n8n, you can just come down to the left or right, and the little icon pops out, and that is your way to kind of move to the next node without having to back out. Okay, get error handler workflow ID. Let's try this. Get workflows. So this should get all the workflows I have. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Active and no error. Oh, see, here's where we have a problem right here. Active and no error handler set. So JSON settings error workflow. Settings error workflow. So since that's in red, that's not picking it up, right? But I do see it right here. So I'm just going to drag that up. Undefined. That's interesting because I see it right here. I don't know why. Expression does not exist. Is that why it's red? Is because it does not exist? I don't think so. Because if I just did exist, it's, yeah, that doesn't change the red. So I'm a little bit thrown off. So, I'm new to n8n. I'm trying to get up to speed with it. But this kind of thing, I don't understand why this is red when I can see a value there. Let me just execute step and see what this looks like. No. Yeah. Hey, Gabriel. Yeah. Yeah, you're just getting into n8n. Yeah, I love n8n. There's things I don't know, obviously. Tons I don't know, but I just love it. I love the environment. I love working in it. I love the nodes, moving things around, trying to figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped on this one right now, but that's okay. That's what the school community's for. I'll turn to them and try to figure it out. But what is it? I'm stuck on this right here, the JSON settings error workflow. Yeah. I don't know why it's red. It's just confusing to me because these other green ones, if it's a If it shows up here on the left, I should be able to drag it in, and then it shows um, in green. So I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. I'll probably follow up with another video on error handling once I iron that one out, that little issue there, because it's supposed to daily at 4 o'clock. It's supposed to find all the workflows like this one, where if you go into settings, the error workflow is no workflow, and it's supposed to acknowledge that, and it's supposed to then change it to this one. At least that's my understanding of how this works. Maybe attaches default error handler to all workflow. I don't know. Maybe I just have a fundamental misunderstanding, actually, of how this component of the workflow actually works. So I'm going to dig into that. I'm going to follow up with another video here because I'm obviously getting some errors sent to me, but not for that other flow. So let's see. Let me actually look one more time. I'll finish with this. If I go into this one, this is the one I got the error from. So I deactivated Telegram because the text is too long. But let's look at settings. Yeah, see right here, error workflow. It's the error handling workflow is attached to this one. I don't think I did that manually. Yeah, not quite sure. Okay, well, anyway, error handling is awesome. If you don't have it set up, definitely, set it up. I mean, I've seen other YouTube videos on how to set up error handling from different approaches, but this is the one I like and I'm intent to use going forward, that I got from the school community, Scrapes AI. And yeah, I'll follow up with another video. Hey, Gabriel, thanks for hopping in here. I appreciate it. All right, have a good one.